It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Bad bitch contest. I'm in first place. And I get really excited because it's a personal holiday. So come get creative with me. Today, we are making a reflective shadow box. I view birthdays as a personal new year, and oftentimes when the topic of birthdays comes up in conversation, things get a little spicy because there are a lot of mixed emotions. I felt like this practice would grant me the ability to practice gratitude for what all has occurred in the past year and also be intentional in planning for the year ahead. You need two things for certain for this activity. That is a shadow box and tokens from the past year. So I encourage you to take time before you sit down and do this activity to go around your home, look for pictures, ticket stubs, wedding favors or birthday party favors, cards or notes that loved ones have written you that you may want to put in your box. There are also a few things that you can utilize to add a little razzle-dazzle to yours, such as using paint or paintbrushes, a glue gun with glue sticks, rhinestones, fabric, a Nimbot label maker with labels, and applique elements. Feel free to allow your creativity to run wild with that part of it. Now for myself, what I used was a shadow box. I purchased a chalkboard marker. I used paint and paintbrushes that I already had at home. I used some washi tape, and with my glue gun, I applied some applique flowers, and I represented for the home team. I purchased the Kodak Step printer. It connects to your phone and prints pictures directly from your phone. All of these items are available in my Amazon storefront. The link is listed below in the description box. Yet, if you can, go support your local, small-owned craft store or use whatever you already have. Now, I am freestyling with these directions. I'm hoping that you can follow me. Yet, there's no need to fear. I have written directions in the description box below. If you click on the link, you will receive a free download of everything that you need to successfully complete this craft, along with some guided questions to help you as you do so. First thing I did was I took apart my shadow box and I wanted to paint it, and I realized, child, you ain't got nothing to put that paint on. So I ran downstairs and grabbed some, paper plate to put my paint on, and then I got to painting. And I want to let you know I'm no Picasso. I don't know any specific tips on how to paint. I just knew what color I wanted it to be. I played around with a few and determined that the bronze was what I liked best. And I got to painting. I painted around it a couple times to make sure that it was to my liking. And I even got some, special arm work in there because I was moving that arm around trying to make sure that every part of this shadow box got painted, okay? Now, with that, I encourage you to use whatever feels best for you, whatever you feel led with. Initially, I thought that I was going to do some fancy designs with it and ended up in deciding to do just one solid color, and things just continue to align however they needed to be as I engaged in this practice. As you continue to watch this video, you might recognize that your girl was shaking in her seat. I was listening to my birthday reflections and affirmations playlist that I created especially for my birthday and wanted to share with you all. So So that is also available in the description box down below. And this playlist is available on Spotify and Apple Music. So hopefully you can enjoy it as you're making your own reflective shadow box. Once I finished painting, I decided I was going to add pictures to the background for my shadow box. I pulled out my Kodak Step photo printer, and I'm going to be real with y'all. I did not open it up and read the directions and do all the good things before I opened it. So your girl was struggling a little bit. It died on me. It also was just having challenges with connecting because I was trying to rush through it and do it. So if you purchase one, make sure you take your time. Once I actually did take the time, read the directions, and give this little baby an opportunity to charge, everything printed out fairly well. Now, what I will say is, in going through all of the pictures, it was a great opportunity to reflect on all the good that has happened this past year, because honestly, I forgot a little bit. I forgot that I had started back hiking. I did remember that I went on my first solo trip and it was absolutely amazing. There were also many firsts that I was able to do with my baby girl, and having that opportunity to reflect on that was helpful. Once I realized that my printer needed a little break, I decided to get back to the actual frame of the shadow box, and I went and grabbed some applique flowers that I already had in the basement, and I decided to attach them to the front of the shadow box, which is what you see. Then my printer, it was like, you know what, Shalice, I'm alright with you. And it started working. So I selected some of my favorite moments over the past year and printed them out, and I added them to the back of the shadow box. Now I did have a little extra space in the top corner, and I decided to add some washi tape there. I decided to leave the bottom a bit empty because I knew that I would be adding in tokens from the year past in there, and I didn't want there to be many pictures that would be covered, and also I didn't want the pictures to get damaged by the items shifting in front of it. Now I'm going to tell y'all can see a little quick, swift change in your girl, because I thought I had enough time to record this video prior to my hair appointment, but I did not. So I'm going to come back with, a protective hairstyle so that I could get this activity done. And once I finished adding in my pictures, I thought that I would use my Nimbot label maker to add affirmations on the glass part of the frame. And guess what, y'all? I purchased the wrong type of thermal paper for the Nimbot label maker. I did select the correct one that is in my Amazon storefront, but it would not print because it wasn't the correct paper. So I had to decide what I was going to do, and I went along with Plan B after I played with it for a while. And after coming back to it, after going to the hairdresser, I realized that I want to make some changes to the background. So I decided to use a different type of washi tape that complemented the outside of the shadow box. And I also rearranged the pictures so that they would align better once I added all of the items back into the shadow box. reflecting back on the pictures that I added, they were some memorable moments from the past year, including me celebrating having my first year in private practice, along with moments from my best friend's wedding, as well as some special trips that I was able to take alone and with family. And when it came to the items that I was placing inside of my shadow box, I collected a party favor that I had for a Galentine's event that I had. I was blessed and well loved this year and received many flowers, so I added in the notes from some of those flowers. And I also went on a staycation with my sorors, so I still had the hotel room key. And I decided, hey, why not add that in, as well as some coins from a trip that I went on internationally and the wedding favor from my best friend's wedding. Now, once my Nimbot label maker was not working for me, I decided to pull out my chalkboard marker and I played around with where I wanted these messages to go. I imagined that I was someone else speaking to me as I went through this past year, and what would have been some comforting and soothing words that I would have loved to hear. And so I added those things along here. I found that adding them around the glass was best for me. It gave me the aesthetic that I desired, and I had to play around with it a little bit to make sure that all of the words fit. Reflective shadow box took me through it. I experienced many trials and tribulations unlike I thought I would experience, yet this is everything that I needed it to be. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Being able to look at this reminds me of just how beautiful this past year has been, despite how ghetto it has felt at times. And it makes me excited about what else is to come in this new chapter that I am embarking on. This experience for me was definitely an opportunity to practice gratitude. It was cathartic, allowed me to release emotions that maybe I didn't realize I was carrying as I navigated through day to day. And while I don't expect the same experience for you, I hope that in some way, shape, or form, this experience was beneficial to you. And I would love to see what you were able to create. So if you follow me on any social media platforms, please be sure to show me what you made. Tag me in it, send me a DM. And I would love to see what you put in your reflective shadow box. I hope that you enjoyed this and you're able to share it with someone who would enjoy it as well. And I look forward to getting creative with you real soon. So until then, take good care of yourselves. Put your beautiful box somewhere where you can always be reminded of the beauty that you haven't experienced in life thus far. And I will see you all soon. Bye. All right now. Ooh, I gotta clean all this up. Lord.